would it feel? Would it hard? Why? Because I know how to draw a story.
Jonathan, why do you think it would be easy if you were a pilgrim? Uh-huh. Did they live very well? They didn't. Why didn't they live very well? They didn't have food, and what happened to them? They didn't. And then, what happened to them?
The Indians came.
And then what happened?
They helped them grow food and hunt for animals.
So can you answer the question, what would life be like if you were a pilgrim?
Can I write?
Answer it. I want you to talk to Julieta a little bit.
What would it be? I will go in the ship and find Indian.
Talk to Karen. Do it again.
What will be inside? Food and hunt for animals. I'm excited. I will be excited.
You would be excited. Karen, why would you be excited if you were an Indian?
Because I will get more food and get some energy.
You would get food, but what would you do if you didn't have any food?
Stars.
Oh my goodness, what did they do when they didn't have food?
The Indians helped the pilgrims grow food so they can eat.
So was life hard or was it easy?
Easy.
You think it was easy, but they didn't know how to grow food.
Hard.
Oh, you think it was hard? Why was it hard?
Because the pilgrim didn't. If they wouldn't grow food, they would be starved and then they'll make rotten food.
Oh my goodness. And is that good?
No.
No, I want you to keep talking to Yanaya. Jay, can you talk to Esteban about what life would be like if you were a pilgrim? Go see what Steph said. You should be talking to your partner right now. You should not be writing. They just should be talking. Esteban, I really liked how much detail you gave. So when you said that they had to go out and find food, what did they do? When you said that the pilgrims had to go out and find food, what did they have to do? Do you remember what that word was called? Jay, do you remember what that word was called? Hunt. It was called hunt. Nice job. I want you to keep talking to Jay. And Jay, I want you to take a turn too.
Your partner. They help people who are silent and eating their food. You hear me?
Naja, you should be talking to him too.
I'm telling you.
Think about it, because I heard what he said. Adriel, will you tell her what it would be like if you were a pilgrim?
It would be like 7 people, even if learn how to hunt and kill animals.
Do you think that they had a good life at the beginning? No, why not?
Because there was running the
Naja, I want you to share too. What do you think life would be like if you were a pilgrim? Talk to Adriel.
all the way to the Indians. They're writing.
Monet, what would life be like if you were a pilgrim?
It'll be hard
You think it would be hard? Why?
because I don't know how to fish, eat hard. I do know how to eat.
But did you know how to fish? No, did you know how to hunt? Did you know how to grow food? No, you didn't know any of that. So that's why you think it would be hard? Thank you. Jacob, what do you think?
That'll be hard because like back then they didn't have any cars and then we need to like when we need to move, we need to pick up all the stuff that we had in our house and stuff and then when you pack and then I didn't know how to hunt. I forgot all of my food. I didn't know how to grow. I didn't have seeds.
Oh, you didn't even have seeds to grow food? You're right. So, do you think pilgrims were doing very well at the beginning? I don't think so either. You don't think so either, Monet?
No.
No. So I want you guys to talk just a little bit more, and then we're going to get ready to write. Okay, boys, I would like you to talk to each other. Class.
Yes.
Raise your hand if you and your partner are still talking. Okay, if you are still talking, go ahead. But if you are ready to write it.
I think my life is hard and then there's I forgot what they call, but they were pilgrims. Yeah, kind of, but like that. They helped them grow food and fish and hunt.
Adrian, I have a question. So, have you ever moved before?
Yeah,
Yeah? Was it easy?
very hard.
It was hard. Why was it hard?
So in the other house we need to bring our stuff, but there wasn't enough room, so we need to go over there and drive back.
So you didn't have enough room at your new house?
But not enough room in a truck.
Oh, got it. So do you think pilgrims had cars?
No.
That was a long time ago. They didn't have cars, did they? So how did they move their stuff?
They had to pick it up there with their hands.
Yeah. So was that hard work?
Yeah.
So if you were a pilgrim, would you be tired?
Yeah, and hungry.
And you would be hungry? Why would you be hungry?
Because there's no food.
Oh my goodness. And Adrian Garcia, what do you think?
It would not be hard to move because at my grandma's house there's lots of space when I used to live there when I was 4.
But remember, the pilgrims, they had to build their own houses. Were there houses already there for them? No, there weren't houses. So do you know how to build a house?
I do. I kind of made out of Legos, but I don't.
Could you live in a Lego house?
No.
No. Mrs. Mobley doesn't know how to build a house either.
But my abuelo knows.
Really? So maybe, could you help him? So if you were a pilgrim, would you have to learn how to build houses?
And hunt.
And you would have to hunt. Why would you need to know how to hunt?
Because I would be hungry and I wouldn't have no food.
Thank you. I want you guys to talk just a little bit more together, okay? And then I want you to write it down. Okay, boys. What do you think life would be like if you were a pilgrim?
I will build a house, catch animals, then cook them and eat them.
Josiah, why would you need to build a house?
So you can
Did they already have a place to live?
Yeah.
They didn't, right? That's why they had to build houses when they got there. Do you know how to build a house? No, I don't know how either. Caleb, do you know how to build a house?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you could build a house?
Yeah, I was a pilgrim. I used to get an axe, like, chop trees.
You would need to chop trees if you were a pilgrim?
To do like that, and
Yeah.
and build a hole, and chop trees again, and like, it's
'Cause-
done. And I get to build carpet, like chairs, and like.
Okay.
And I used to shop like pigs
Oh my goodness.
and to
So,
get food.
if you were a pilgrim, Caleb, what would your life be like? What would you do every day?
To get food, like and to get like shop pigs.
Oh, they would need food?
Yeah. So it's in case they're hungry, and in those guards, like that have swords, just in case they're gonna protect the house, just in case these bad guys.
So you would need to protect your house too?
Yeah.
Thank you. Josiah, what else are you thinking?
If like I was a pilgrim, I would chop trees. So when I'm done, I could make chairs, beds.
Oh, you would have furniture from the trees that you chopped?
Yeah.
Does that sound easy, or does it sound like that might be a lot of work?
The next hour will get my axe and
Write your story.
animals
Yeah.
to actually so I can eat.
You would need to eat, because were they hungry all the time?
Yeah.
They were. Did they know how to make their own food?
No.
Did they know how to hunt or fish? They didn't know, right? So, what would life be like if you were a pilgrim? Would you be kind of hungry?
Yeah.
Would you be thankful?
Yeah.
Why would you be thankful?
Because at Thanksgiving we'll be thankful
Why did the pilgrims have Thanksgiving? Why were they so thankful?
for God.
Well, they were thankful for God, and who else were they thankful for? Who helped them? Do you remember what they were called? Caleb, can you help him out? Do you remember?
Yeah. Indians.
They were the Indians, the Wampanoag, right? They helped them. Thanks, guys. Paris and Giovanni, can you tell me what life would be like if you were a pilgrim? Why do you think it would be hard, Paris?
Because without the Indians, it's hard because we couldn't have food or nothing like that.
You didn't have food before the Indians came to help?
Yes, but if we didn't have the Indians, the Indians would be then so the Indians would be with us because you could like show us like everything.
Oh, and they showed you what to do, didn't they? What else did they do? What would you do every day if you were a pilgrim?
Like hike, like a nature.
Oh, you would go for a walk to try to find things in the nature? Oh.
And like catch like fish and then like grow like plants.
I like it, Paris. Thank you. Giovanni, what do you think life would be like if you were a pilgrim? Uh-huh. There was a big storm, right? And what happened? Some of them did die. When they got to Plymouth, remember that's the place that they lived? What did they do every day? But what did they do before the feast?
Someone helped them.
Who helps them? Do you remember what they were called? What? Ask Paris. They were the Indians. Can you say the Wampanoag? Say that. You got it. The Wampanoag Indians, they helped them. And what did they help them do? Do you remember? What?
Grow plants.
They grew plants, and then could they eat? Oh my goodness, make sure you're writing it down.
Okay.
Remember, you're supposed to be writing everything that you guys talked about in a story.
Is this how you write because?
Remember, just sound it out if you don't know it. It looks like it's the word because. Yanaya, you think it will be hard? Oh my goodness.
The ship has an R.
What do you think the pilgrims did every day, Yanaya?
Are you hiding yours from me, Daniel?
Do you remember when we were reading? What were they building?
House.
They were building their houses because did they have a place to live? They didn't, so they had to build houses. Every day they had to build their houses so that they would have a place that wasn't as cold. Right?
Miss Mobley, how do you write hard?
Sound it out.
How would you be? I think some of the kids might have felt.
You would be very sleepy. Why would you be sleepy?
Because you have to build houses.
Well, write that. I didn't see that in your story. You would be sleepy because you had to build houses. Is building houses hard work? I think so too. Jay, what did you write?
A life of a pilgrim is very hard because pilgrims
So when they got to America, they couldn't just
pilgrims
go to the grocery store.
can't
Do you know what they had to do?
find that much food.
How do you think they had to get food?
First sentence,
Uh-huh.
they can't survive that long.
Oh, why couldn't they survive?
Because they don't have that much food.
Oh, they didn't have a lot of food? What did they need to do?
They needed to actually get the Indians to help them.
They needed some help? Nice job. What else could you write about? What did the pilgrims do every day?
Teach them food, but they taught them how to.
Do you remember from the story? What were they doing?
They were celebrating Thanksgiving.
What were they doing before that, though? Do you remember? What did they have to build?
They built it houses.
They did. And were the pilgrims sick?
Some of them.
Some of them got sick, right? Do you remember why they got sick?
Because maybe they got a cold or something.
It was very cold. Keep writing. Esteban, what did you write about?
What letter makes the sound?
Yeah, you wrote the question. Adriel, you should be writing. You wrote one sentence. A story has lots of sentences.
You can read your sentence and you can
Hard to plant food because we need things to grow food and we need to build shelter,
Uh-huh.
but we need things to build stuff and we need
They had to make clothes too? You're right, because it showed them making their clothes, didn't they?
Wait, what is this?
That are
Wait, is it ink?
nice job, Esteban.